family as well. And to the brothers of the craft, sisters of the Eastern Star, I hope that you are doing well also. Today we're going to talk about the charge of a Master Mason. The charge of a Master Mason. I figured that because based on what we know about Freemasonry, every degree has a charge. So as you begin to come on, I just want to say blessings to you and your family, your loved ones, to the brothers of the craft, sisters of the order. Definitely want to send you a big shout out. Hope everybody is doing well. It is such a blessing to be here today and to be with you. So as you begin to come on, I hope that you enjoy what we are offering today as far as this conversation that we're about to have about the charge of a Master Mason. If you would like to call in, you're certainly welcome to do so. We would certainly appreciate it. You can definitely do that. You're definitely welcome to call in. So the number you want to call in is going to be 619-985-1184. Again, that number is 619-985-1184. If you want to call in tonight, you're certainly welcome to do so. As the administrators begin to come on, they then will begin to put the number in if you want to call in tonight. So this is going to be a very interesting subject tonight. It's going to be very interesting because if you are part of if you watch this channel, you go to the community page, you can find different there are other things happening on the community page that is not necessarily happening on the show. So if I want to send a big shout out, let me make sure I get his name first. I want to make sure I get his name correct first, because this brother said something that was very interesting. He said something that was profound in the sense that he was giving me good counsel. I took it that way based upon what he said at the time that he said it. And I just want to let him know how much I appreciate the mere fact that he found out of his day, he took the time to go and to bring and to say good counsel in the midst of what was actually happening. And I'm going to read to you exactly what this young man did say. And then I'm going to go into tonight's show. As I said, I hope that each of you are doing well, that your families are doing well. Tonight's show is going to be in regards to the Master Mason charge. As you know, when we progress in Freemasonry, there's a charge that is given to us. And I want you to understand that the Masonic order is a institution. Depends on jurisdictions. Every jurisdiction has its own institution. Freemasonry is an institution. So as I began to look for his comment, his post, one brother, his name is King Solomon, he posted in this particular group, and what he said was, man, it was right on. King Solomon, this is what this brother said in regards to a post in the community page, and I'm going to read that whole entire post to you, by the way. King Solomon said, when we at work, we are co-workers. When we live next door, we are neighbors. When we are playing sports, we are teammates. When we are at house of worship, we are brothers. Now that you join a lodge of a different jurisdiction, I am a Cancer. I think you got a virus of hate, not one of the love of the brothers, because we all are held down the same way, but choosing a different path. That's by let's see. Let me see. There was another gentleman, and boy, he said something that was real cool, you know. And let's see. Demetrius Fresh Carter. Okay, this brother said right here, brothers, that sounds like foolishness. You should not use your platform to just talk about PHA. Every PHA doesn't feel the same way of the brothers that you are encountering. Nowadays, a lot of new Prince Hall brothers are coming from non-Prince Hall jurisdictions, and I know you done got a lot of talk from there in your time. So in your time. So waste your time throwing shade. Two wrongs make this craft is for grown men, not boys. My mom used to say to me, why you care about what people say about me when they don't know me? So brother Tony, why worry about what some of these brothers say about you or your organization when you done heard it all before? Does that make that, let me see, does not make no sense, brother. Keep your light bright. Just keep moving from the BS. I mean, hey, that's great advice, and I appreciate that. I appreciate those who have been in the community page. You see what's going on, and your comments are what they are. So we're gonna get on with tonight's show. I hope everybody is on. I hope that your family is well, and I'm working on my work back then. I'm working on it. As you can see, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it together. So it's coming. It'll be done in a little while. It'll be done in a little while. So as you begin to come up, I'm gonna just send some shout outs real quick as I can get back and see what's happening here and see who's in. Button. Thank you very much there, Brother Jackson. I appreciate it. If anybody want to call in, greetings, King Solomon. If anybody, and I'm just who he is, that you want to call into the show, I posted. What you can do so. That number is 619-985-1184. Period. Is your choice. Now, with that being said, we're gonna get into tonight's show dealing with the charge of a Master Mason. The charge of a Master Mason. If you are a Master Mason and you have your Masonic ritual, I would encourage you to go back and read your charge as a Master Mason. And the reason I tell you that is because as often as I say that the Masonic institution or various jurisdiction is only a school of instruction, what I'm telling you is this. What I'm telling you is this, is that if you go back and read your charge, this is what you will find in your charge. This is just a little bit. It would tell you, brothers, your zeal for the institution of Freemasonry, the progress you have made in the mysteries, okay? In the mysteries, the progress you have made in the mysteries, you are conforming to the regulations that you have pointed out in your proper objective of your favor and esteem. Clearly to say that the institution of Masonry is a school of mysteries or a mystery school. And the reason you say that is because when you get there, when you are initiated, passed, and raised, these are mysteries. These are things that are discovered, like those aha moments. So we're in this institution of Freemasonry to learn. And the things that it teaches us, if we would only apply them to our daily lives, it would help us to become better. That's including me too. Let me not throw a rock and not one three thrown back at me. Let's have some clarity about that. So just as it is for a sister of the Order of the Eastern Star who so in her studies understand the life of a woman, the same would be that of a Master Mason understanding the life of a man and those teaching that comes along with it and what they stand upon and those VSLs that we may take our OB on. Let's have a clear understanding that in the process of being a Master Mason, there's some serious teachings going on. But the process is how are we going to apply those things to our lives, such as you can see back there on that door there where the sword is pointed at the heart. How are we going to apply that to our daily life? Just as I have back there on that door, the level, the plumb, and the square. How are we going to apply that to our daily life? And when we do apply those working tools of a Master Mason and those 8 emblems of a Master Mason, when we do apply them and understand what they mean, what is the process of taking it and applying it to one's life? Instead of cutting down someone and calling them a cancer, how do you take that and apply it? How do you do that? Too many times, including myself, I have to include myself, in our daily journeys, we tend to forget the very thing that we say that we would and would not do. We tend to forget the very essence of Freemasonry, the zeal that we have. We forget all that. We throw all that out the door because it seems that somehow the teachings has gotten twisted. We tend to forget that we should respect a brother. We should be the example of a Mason. Now, with that being said, I'm hoping everybody is coming on today. I'm just going to read some of the comments here as I peep down. Yeah, if you would like to call in, you see the numbers. Greetings there, Brother Ruben. Everybody who's coming in, I certainly appreciate you. Thank you very much. It is truly a joy to have you here with me today. KAM Classic. All right, then, welcome aboard. Am I still buffering? I see that they said I was buffering. I hope I'm not. What's up, Brother Lee Hall? Glad to have you here with me today. Glad to have you with me. You know, when brothers tend to mistreat or take and set aside the very thing that makes them Masons, you have to question that person. You really do. You really have to question that person. I will hope on this journey that we take as Masons, that we find ourselves in situations, circumstances to help and to aid brothers along this journey, no matter of their jurisdictions. We must learn the process of understanding how do we use that level, that square, that compass, that plumb, that chisel, and knowing that in the end times, when everything is said and done, just like in the hourglass, sands are going to sift through, just as death is going to come our way. So what have you done to improve the next brother's journey in this thing we call Freemasonry? Did you by chance cut down someone else so that you may have progress? Did you by chance lift another brother up that he or she may bring another sister up, another brother up? Or did you just sit idly by and say that I'm okay right now? I mean, these are some of the things we have to look at. So as we begin to kind of look into the charges of a Master Mason, it says that you are now bound by duty. You are here now bound by duty. It is your duty to submit. You didn't read that part, did you? It is your duty to confirm and to submit into Masonry. That's true. It's your duty. Or you didn't pay that no attention when you was taking that charge, huh? All right. Now, it is also says that it is also your duty to conform to the regulations. All right. The regulations of having pointed you out in the proper objective of our favor and esteem. Okay. So you have to conform to the regulations. You have to submit to the Fraternal Order of Freemason. When I say submit, that means that you have to get involved, that you have to be able to follow the rules and regulations of your jurisdiction. Simple as that. It is what it is. Now check this out. It also says to support the dignity of your character. See, most of us tend to throw that out the window. To support the dignity of your character. Some of us don't have character. We throw that out the window. Some of us just don't even look at our character and how we treat somebody else. It says to conform. It says to support the dignity of your character on every occasion. If you're out posting on Facebook in some of these crazy groups, and somebody take a picture or snap of something you said and post it, those are your words. Those are your words. You said that. Be true to who you are. Just be true. There's no need of you not being true to who you are. If I post something, I said it. I said it. It's what I post. It's what I wrote. Read it and take it for what it is because I said it. Now, if you didn't want to post it, and you know how Facebook is and all the internet, inner rooms, or whatever, you know how, don't post it. If you don't want nobody to know what you're thinking, don't post it. Be true to you. If you don't be true to nobody else, be true to you. Don't back down on your words when you post something, then you want to back up. Your character should speak for you. not based on what someone else has said, but based on who you are. I can't look, Brother Stephen Jackson. I've met him. I would say I've never met him, but I've actually met him from New Jersey. Okay, and the process is that my character, his character, is going to speak for itself based on what I know about him personally, not based on what someone else has said, but based on what I know. We need to stop taking what someone else has said about another person and applying it to that person. Stop taking what someone else has said about someone, and you need to get to know that person, and then you make your own judgment based on that person, based on the fact that you know him or her, not based on something somebody else has said. Let their actions speak for them, not based on what someone else has said. You know, oh, John got pulled over in a stolen car. Is it true that he did? Well, it was reported that it was stolen. No, but he bought the car in auction. Okay, the paperwork wasn't finished on the car, right? And the car was still listed as stolen. Did he steal the car? No, he bought the car at auction. See, this is how misinformation gets out about people. You don't go and look at that person's character. You don't go and find out, is this person who he claimed he is or who she is? Come on, the charge of a Master Mason speaks volume to you if you really go back and read what it's saying. Now check this out. It says to enforce by the prospect in the example of obedience to the tenets of the order. You have to be obedient to the tenets of the order. And a lot of us are not obedient to the tenets of the order. We're not. Some of us take Masonry as a joke, as a club, as a social gathering, but we don't take it serious enough to understand Masonry in its beauty. You know, some of us do, not all of us. I'm just saying that some of us don't. We don't take Masonry in the inside, you know, where you was first made a Mason. Not based in a Masonic lodge room, but based on where you was first made and prepared to be a Mason. What was that first place at? If it was there, then let it be there. Let it be there. Come on, guys. Come on, sisters. You know, I'm talking to the sisters too. Where was you first introduced into the Order of the Eastern Star? You had to sit and wait with patience until the worthy matron requested you to come in. You remember that, don't you, sisters? Come on now. Let me see what we got up here tonight. I got to try to delete some of these things here. Oh, I'm going to go back. Boom. Man, I go to hitting that button, everything just click off. Okay. That should do it right there. But anyway, so let me see what I got here. Greetings, greetings, greetings. All right, I'm trying to get up, trying to catch up. Greetings, Brother Tony, Revolution Lodge 207P. Birmingham, what's up? Birmingham in the house. Brother Larry Diamonds, greetings, everybody. Appreciate it. Light Traveler, appreciate that donation, brother. Appreciate that donation. Thank you. Appreciate it. Vincent Glimmer, what's going on? Brother Stephen Smith, what's up, brother? You want to call in tonight and talk about that master charge? Because I think you see this. Don't you see this? Yeah, I think you see that. I want to say big shout out to you. Thank you very much, brother. But it's only words to some people. Notice I said people. Absolutely. Absolutely. So we're going to go ahead and look into this master charge just a little bit more, because I think some people have forgotten the master charge. It says that, okay, so as a brother, you are authorized to correct the errors and irregularities. I'm mispronouncing that word. You are called to correct the errors of another brother. Not in public, but in private. Okay? You are called to correct the errors of another brother. If you see another brother who's totally out of line with the Master Mason charge, the Fellowcraft charge, or the EA charge, you are supposed to correct them privately, not post things about them. Oh, I'm going to bring you up on Masonic charges. I know what lodge you in. I'm going to call your wish for master you. No, that's not how you handle business as a Mason. It is not. You can say whatever you want to say. Now, just so you can get a glimpse of what I'm really talking about, so you won't be saying, well, I don't know necessarily what I'm talking about. Let me show you something real quick. Just a second. I'm gonna come back around. I'll be there in just a minute. I just need to show you something. Just a second here. So you know exactly that I've done some reading on this. So you'll have it for yourselves. So, I had to go get these books. These are rituals. These are Masonic rituals. These are various Masonic rituals. Now, just so you know that in case you think that I'm like way out of line and I don't necessarily know what I'm talking about when I talk about the Master Charge, I read your Master Charge. I have it upside. No, you can read that. I read your Master Charge. I know what your Master Charge is saying here. Okay? You can read it for yourself. For those of you who can see this, okay? I read your Master Charge. Okay? I read your Master Charge. So in a like manner, this book has the Master Charge in it too. Okay? All right? So that's two rituals, right? Now, the Master's Carpet. It has the Master Charge in here too. All right? So I just want you to know that the Master Charge is it. Hey, this book, this is an old book right here. This is an old one. This is called The Handbook of Freemasonry. This book right here is from 1951. This is a Masonic ritual from 1951. The Masonic charges in here read the same thing. There's a word missing here or a period there or a comma there. It's the Master Charge, all right? Now, charges in there too. This is another one, all right? Think about the Master Charge and what you're supposed to be doing as a Master Mason. How can we find ourselves where we're at right now? How can we find ourselves talking and downing and disrespecting another brother or sister? How can we do that? And you talk about me having a great divide. You talking about, and I'm talking about you and you talking about me. We need to find how do we use the level in the process of this brother who has erred in his ways, and I'm trying to whisper a word of good repute to him just to say, hey brother, look, that's not how you do. We need to guard again. We try to take each other and split each other up. How can we continue to do that? Are you the example of an instant star? Can somebody walk past you and say something a little different about that guy? It's something that lady right there, well, she's sure enough good looking, but something about it. You don't approach her. You're not going to approach her like you approach another lady, another woman. But because she has that it thing about her, he has that swag about himself. Come on, guys. How did we get here, and why do we continue to go back to the same and beat the same damn drum over and over again? I'm included in that. We know the answer. We know the answer. We know what we have to do. The process is that our leadership, our members, a lot of our members, and a lot of the leaders of the various Grand Lodges don't want to do anything about it. They really don't. Because if they did, they would treat their members differently. They would show respect to their members will be able to show respect to other jurisdictions beside their own. And not only that, you would treat your own members better. And let me tell you, when I say treat your own members better, my brother Stephen Smith, the Grand Master of the Most Wishful John G. Jones Grand Lodge of Mississippi, he and I have had our differences as far as discussion and conversation. And I listened to his counsel. Even if I disagree with it, I listen because it has something, it had a message in it for me. Okay? In the process, in that whole process, I didn't lose respect for him. Because I know that in him trying to correct my error, it was out of love. He wasn't trying to hold me down or to banish me. It was out of love. Brother Hawkins, you gave the brother a certificate. You gave it to him, right? But Steve, you know, come on, Steve. No, Brother Hawkins, you gave it to me. I did. I owned it. I owned it. Plain and simple. Now, did I agree? No. But I owned it. It was mine because I did it. And he knows exactly what I'm talking about. So in the process, in that whole process, I must be held accountable according to the Masonic charge as a Master Mason in my jurisdiction. And the Grand Master Smith is a brother of mine. I raised him. All right? And he's challenged me. So therefore, a brother, when we meet on that level, all right, we're equal. It's not about a past Grand Master or we're brothers. So with him giving me good and wholesome instructions and helping me to correct my error in my way, it's out of love. It's out of love. And this is what we have to realize when we begin to read these various charges, because some of us just say things and we don't really know what we're saying because we're so happy to be a Mason. And we say these obligations as a member of the Order of the Eastern Star because we're so happy to be amongst the sisterhood. That you pay attention to what you were saying, though. All right, so check this out. It says to preserve the reputation of fraternity. That is my Masonic charge. Preserve the reputation of the fraternal order. Have I always done that? Nope. I haven't. And a lot of you haven't either. And those of you who are looking to become Masons and Eastern Stars, hear me clearly. This is a journey. It is your journey. I don't care what jurisdiction you're in. If you are looking to become a Mason or an Eastern Star and you make that journey, and you're on that journey, regardless of your jurisdiction, enjoy, have fun, love it, meet and greet and travel. It's a great organization. It's just the idea that some of us hadn't taken on the seriousness and the studies of Freemasonry and of being able to apply it to our daily journey in this thing we call life. All right, so if anybody want to call in, you're certainly welcome to do so. That number is going to be 619-985-1184 as we talk about the Masonic charge. So nobody won't get it twisted. The Masonic charge is written in every Masonic ritual. Okay? It's written in every Masonic ritual. And I believe that a lot of us need to go back and read our Masonic charge. We really do. All right? So, I'm gonna check this out. So it goes on to say, your obedience is recommended to your your obedience and submission to your equals, courtesy, your affordability to your superiors, your kindness, your universal benevolence. You are always to be respectful in your behavior. You're always supposed to be respectful in your behavior. It says that in your charge. I'm giving you bits and pieces. I'm not giving you the word for word. I'm giving you bits and pieces, so nobody won't, well, he's just reading out the Masonic charges. No, I'm giving you bits and pieces, okay? Just bits and pieces, like kibbles and bits, you know? So you can chew on that for a little while. So you can understand that when you've taken these charges that it means something, and some of you just play with it like it's putty, you know? You don't really take it serious. All right? You're supposed to be the example of your behavior. Okay? The best example for the conduct of others, less informed. Your example of a Mason is supposed to be the best of conducts for those who are least informed or less informed. Have I always done that? Nope. Have you? I'm not afraid to answer my own question. I'm not afraid. I haven't always been the best Mason that I could be. It's a journey. It's a process. For those who knew me long ago, such as Grandmaster Smith can tell you. He can tell you. Have I always respected other brothers? No, because I challenged them publicly, in which I'm not supposed to do. Grandmaster Smith, talk back to me, because you on here. You know. What's up, brother? Shaheed, what's going on? What's going on with you, brother Shaheed? Mahakam Prophet, everybody who's coming on. Summertime, your mother's womb. What's up, Summertime? Welcome aboard. Light Traveler, Eric, brother, greetings to everybody. And I'm going to say this. If you are a Prince Hall brother and you call into this show, please be aware you're going to be crucified. I just want you to have an understanding. If you call into the show and you state the mere fact that that's who you are, they're going to come after you. Your own brother's going to come after you. That's just a fact. That's not something I'm saying because I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm telling you what I know. And if you don't believe me, you go to my community page and look at it. Just go. They call brothers. I'm going to tell you. The Master Mason charge really breaks down to you how you conduct yourself as a Master Mason versus anything else, right? It breaks it down. If you have the balls enough and galls enough to go after your own Masonic brother in your jurisdiction because he agrees with someone outside of your jurisdiction, you're less than a Mason. That's the truth. You are less than a Mason. Because for one thing, you didn't go to that brother and cancel. That's number one. Number two is that even if you went to him and canceled, your words had venom in it. It didn't have love. It had venom in it. Okay? So if your words had venom in it, you was trying to take the brother out. You weren't trying to love on him to straighten him. You know, you wouldn't know. Your words had venom in it. Come on, guys. Sisters. All right? So, it says also your behavior and afford the best example of the conduct of others less informed. The ancient landmarks of the order entrust into your care. You are carefully to preserve and never suffer them to be infringed or infringed upon. Infringed upon, okay? The establishment and usage of customs of the fraternal order. The ancient landmarks. Let's talk about those ancient landmarks. Grand Lodge. Let's talk about those ancient landmarks and customs. Because what has happened in Freemasons, because we have our own bylaws, we have our own constitution which governs the fraternal order or jurisdiction for which you are a member of, we have somehow kicked aside the ancient landmarks. Okay? Not the 24 landmarks, those are man landmarks. I'm talking about the ancient landmarks. Oh, what about the ancient landmarks? You don't know about the ancient landmarks? Nobody's ever told you about the ancient landmarks? I'm not talking about them 24 that was written in Mackey's jurisprudence, not those. 24, 25, I'm not talking about those. Those are landmarks that men put down to help govern the jurisdiction. I'm not talking about Anderson Constitution because that Constitution belongs to Anderson. It doesn't belong to John G. Jones or International or PHO, PHA. It doesn't. That's Anderson's Constitution. That's why it's called Anderson's Constitution. It belongs to Anderson. It doesn't belong to any of us. That Constitution wasn't written for us as Black Masons at all. You can say whatever you want to say. Look at the year it was written. It wasn't written for you or me. It's called Anderson Constitution. This is why every Grand Lodge has its own constitution, which governs it. I never said you couldn't use Anderson. I said it wasn't written for you. It wasn't. Okay? Now, the ancient landmarks are the landmarks that can't be changed. And what are those landmarks that can't be changed? Well, I'm not going to say right here. I can't say right here. I can't. I'm not going to tell you what the ancient landmarks are. Because I know that there are individuals on this page who are not necessarily Masons. So that's something I won't share with you. When you would say, well, why did you share the Master Mason charge? That's bits and pieces. It's bits and pieces. But the ancient landmarks, nope. If you don't know them and nobody's ever showed them or shared them with you, you may have to give me a call after the show and we can have that conversation. But not here. Hey, can I call you right back? Yeah, go ahead. Bell Elementary. Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, Bell Elementary is a school that where we donate clothing and supplies to during this COVID time. So someone wants to know what we're making our donation to. All right. Your virtue, your honor, and your reputation is very important. Okay. Check this out. Your virtue, your honor, and reputation. All a man, all a woman ever have is their name. That's all you got. When you die, it'll go with you. That's the only thing that was given to you freely was your name. It'll go with you until you leave this rock. Your reputation can sometimes supersede you based on what people say about you to other people who don't even know you. So your reputation and your conduct and your character and your honor must remain in place. It's true. You can no longer set alibi unless someone just walk all over you. Don't do it. You don't also have to go to a point to where you are upset or angry. You can show them better than you can tell them. I remember a time when brothers told me, oh, you can't travel and you can't go here and you can't do that. And then when they saw the things I was doing, it was like, well, you ain't regular. Oh, regular. Oh, now I got to be regular. Okay, so what's regular? What is regular? Something that you do all the time. And then if my Grand Lodge does what you do, so we're both regular, right? I mean, that's the plain layman's term for without being technical. All right? That's what it is. Oh, when you're not recognized. Well, that Grand Lodge recognizes me. Oh, they are nothing. You see how we just keep going back and forth? Not really honoring what we said that we would. Not really taking into heart what we said that we would do. That master charge should charge you to be the best person that you can be. Not only that, but when you apply that into your walk of faith, it's a whole nother walk, brother. That's what separates you and makes, and you got that little swag. It's a whole nother thing. Just as it is with a suit, it's a whole nother thing. When you're able to take that and lay it aside and look at it for what it is. But most of us can't do it because we're hell bent on destroying the next person. trying to make them look bad. I'm going to speak for me. I'm going to let my conduct speak for me. I can agree to disagree with anyone and not even be mad or angry. It's just your opinion. It's just my opinion. You know? That's what being a man is all about. Appreciate that. Summertime. What's up? Oh, and while I'm here today, here's a book. Today, this book right here is called The Eastern Star, The Evolution from a Rite to an Order. If you are an Eastern Star, this book right here. I would definitely say this is a good book for you to have in your library as a Eastern Star, including a Mason. You will find that the Eastern Star work comes from France. Something about them French guys and French women, you know. The Eastern Star. If you are an Eastern Star, a worthy patron, this would be a good book for you to have in your library. It really would be. It really would be. So it says your virtue, your honor, your reputation are concerned in supporting with the dignity and the character you are now to bear. Come on, guys. Including the sisters. Now look, I just didn't read the sisters' charge. And I didn't read their obligation as far as some things they supposed to be doing. But it's right on core too. It's right there with it. It is. It's right there with it. Now, it says, let no motive, therefore, make you swerve from your duty. Let no motive swerve you from your duty. But we do it all the time. We do it all the time. Must be close to me getting ready. Yeah. Yo, what's up? I do have to go to work. I'll be leaving in about 10 minutes. So, oh yeah, certainly. So those are just some things that we gotta take a look at. You know, our virtues, our honor and reputations, and concerning the supporting of the dignity and character you are now to bear. Let no motive therefore make you swerve from your duties, violate your vow, and betray your trust, but to be true in the example of the celebrating artists whom you are supposed to represent. Thus you will be rendering yourself a disservice. I got about 10 minutes to go. I hope you're enjoying everything that I'm bringing to you today. I certainly appreciate that gift from let's see, that brother, I think that was Traveling Light made a donation. Yeah, Travel Light made a donation. I say I thank you for your input in your donation tonight. If you want to make a donation towards what we're trying to do, what we're trying to bring, I certainly would appreciate it. 147 would certainly appreciate it. Thank you very much. And what we want to do, just so you know, what we want to do is show you what Masonry is. Stop trying to hide and say how great it is when some of us are jacked up. Stop. Be honest with yourself. Stop trying to hide. Say, man, this is a great man. Yeah. And then when the sister or brother come in and they're ready to learn and they're hyped, they're on fire for this, what you call light, this knowledge, this hidden mysteries, of this institution called Freemason. They're on fire, and then they come in and you put that fire out because you're not giving it to them. You're not teaching them the esoteric and esoteric. You're not giving them the true essence of what those things that we call the working tools of Masonry is. We're just saying that's a level. A level teaches you da-da-da. That's a plumb. It teaches you, but you're not, that's all you're giving them. And then you look for them to come to the next meeting. And they come to the next one, and then they miss one. Then they come and they miss one or two. And before you know it, you don't see them no more, because the very light that they have, the fire that they have for the craft, the fire that they have for the sisterhood is put out because of you and what you did not present to them. And I know people say, well, if you don't put nothing into it, you don't get nothing out of it. That is so true. But brothers and sisters, when you have a person who knows nothing about the fraternal order of the Freemasons or the sisterhood of the OES, when they know nothing about but just the stuff that they see, telling them that they're devil worshippers and sacrifices and all that stuff, that's all they get, that's all they see. And they come into your lodge, your chapter. Don't put that fire out. Don't do that to them. Give them the necessary things that they're going to be needing to keep that fire lit. Don't do that to them. Don't do it to them. So, at the conclusion of your charge, the Master Mason takes his seat. And then I was going to say what's going to happen next. But you have your seat after this charge is given to you. So, I hope and I pray that everything is well with you and your loved ones today. I hope that you've gotten some out of it. If you want to get a little extra and see what else is happening along the way in Research Lodge number 147, go to the community page. There's some very interesting stuff happening over on the community page. I'll tell you the truth. And that's for real. And you can see for yourself. So I'm not going to hold you long. I'm going to go ahead and end the show. I hope that you've gotten some out of it. I really do. And for those of you who are on right now, if I didn't give you a shout out, it's my apologies. Brothers and sisters, all is good. What's going on? I'm trying to catch back up and see what's going on up in the chat. Just to see where we got it. I finally caught it live. All right. Glad to have you back. Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Where does the sun rise for this brother? For which brother are you referring to? What's up? What's going on, everybody? I'm just reading some of the texts and things like that in the chat. Just sending a big shout out to everybody. Eric Miller, what's up? What's up? Peace and greetings to everybody. So as we continue this journey on the 5 points of the Eastern Star, as we continue this journey on the level as a Master Mason, just be aware of how we're supposed to conduct ourselves and not tear each other down. And oh man, is there some other stuff I want to point out? But I would be doing a disservice to the craft if I did that. If you would like, go over to the community page and you can see exactly what I'm saying. I won't bring that to this platform. That's for the community page. All right? I won't do that on the platform. Some brothers, like I said, has whispered good counsel into my ear. And I don't always agree with the counsel, but you know what? If the brother's sincere and he's sincere in his heart about what he's trying to convey, master, whatever title you may so-called think that you have, and this title sets you above everybody. If a brother or a sister is trying to whisper good counsel in your ear, listen to them. Just listen. You don't have to agree, but listen. That's all I have to say with that. So, we're going to get ready to log off tonight. I got some things I got to go do. As the wife just said, I do have to go to work tonight. So, peace. Be well. God bless you. And whatever you do, keep your light on. Stay out the bushes. I'm out.